Do you think SWV deserves to be in the top 20?
Yes.
And they're above Jodeci. I don't agree that they should be above Jodeci.
Come on, man. SWV, Rain, Use Your Heart. You bugging out, Lefty, man.
Big Condition don't belong on that list. Sorry.
What?
They ain't in no top 50.
What?
Stokely ain't have no sound. It's a good
artist.
Aaron couldn't keep his sound. Cows robbed him. So let's go there.
That's a good point.
Sound? Who took Stokely's sound?
Nobody.
No.
It's hard to mimic.
We are the vocal line. Can you hear me? Turn it up. Can you hear the sound? We are the vocal line. Yeah, we do it for the love and we spread it around.
All right, so with that, we'll go to the next segment. We're gonna talk about as quick as possible because we could be here forever. Billboard released their top 100 R&B
top
groups.
50.
Top 50 was it? Yeah,
top 50 R&B groups.
Yeah. Let's try to keep this very quick because we know we could be here all day. My first question is why the hell is
Hold on, Left. Before you do that, name the top 10 and then say that.
Okay, wait, all right. Let me go to the top 10. I'm like looking at this in real time. So.
Yeah, you ready to go dive right on in there.
You about to dive in right now, right? do the top 10 first of the R&B groups. Billboard.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go. Number 10 is Destiny's Child. Right. Number 9, Boyz II Men. 8, New Edition. Jackson 5, number 7. That makes me squint. Parliament Funkadelic, number 6. The Supremes, number 5. Number 4, the Isley Brothers. Sly and the Family Stone, number 3. Temptation, number 2. Number 1, Earth, Wind and Fire.
Okay, and the
I ain't mad at Earth, Wind and Fire. But go ahead, what you said?
To add before you go to that next seg, how many of those groups are from Barry Gordy and how many is from Clive?
Ooh, that is hard, one.
So just off back.
That's a mic
drop.
Yeah,
conversation we
that's
just
a mic
had.
drop right there.
The conversation we just had just points out why Barry is who Barry is. You just named at least like 2 or 3.
And he got more on that list.
Yeah, right. We know that. But we talking about the top 10. That's not even regular artists. We talking about groups. So yeah, I just want to throw that in there, sidebar. You know what I mean?
No, that's a mic drop right there. There's nothing to say after that.
It was 3, right? Supreme, Temptation, and Jackson 5.
That's
in
crazy.
The top 10.
In the top 10. That's crazy.
Yo, so one question I have. So the Commodore is the 30. Okay. I don't.
DeBarge is on the list. That's Barry Gordy.
Yes. But I'm curious to know, why is ENVOGUE on this list? They don't even need to be on this list.
I'm gonna let Flip get at you.
Yeah, that Lefty's Rican again. The Puerto Rican's coming out. Just when you think about female R&B groups,
why they don't need to be on there.
I even looked up how they based this list. So according to Google, they based the list off of chart success, musical influence, overall longevity, and cultural legacy. So that's what they're using to come up with this list. So
I thought the criteria was about how their music performed on the.
No. Because then their group like Boyz II Men be number 1 or closer to number 1, and Destiny Child be higher because I'm pretty sure they had more success than Earth, Wind and Fire probably did, or definitely the Parliaments, or Isley Brothers.
And that goes back to our conversation. The numbers and the influence just different.
Right.
The Supremes are higher.
Yeah,
Destiny's Child. You know what I mean? Like he said, with going back to the same thing with the two eras in terms of what we have now in terms of social media and everything like that. Destiny Child would definitely have smoked the Supremes. If that
Yeah. We got to think about cultural impact.
The way I see it is that like I can't compare artists who their vocal skill or their talent DNA is coming from something else. So when I see like the Supremes and Destiny's Child would not exist if it weren't for the Supremes. Like there's something there that came from each other. So everyone out there, I was just trolling. I was trolling these guys off the camera and just saying like, hey, ENVOGUE doesn't need to be on there. They weren't that good, and it triggered them because I like to mess with.
Okay,
ENVOGUE was smoked. Eddie and them dudes vocally.
I got some more for you, my boy, because they tapped into some rock, some alternative rock, things that other female groups didn't do, and they all was solo artists. Vocally, they tear you up individually.
100%.
And they was beautiful, so don't ever
100%.
We gonna fight you, boy. You know what I mean? And what?
Yeah, I know.
You better free your mind, fam.
So let's talk about that. So they got the DeBarge. The DeBarge is at 44.
DeBarge is number 44.
And I feel like that brings into like the fandom and your opinion of how much you might love that particular group, as a fan. So you might want them lower, but the way they're judging it, they're saying between album sales, between cultural influence, we had to put them here. But being on the top 50 is huge. So I definitely think they belong there. Yeah. Where? It's just like, in order to put them low, you got to knock somebody else up. And there are a couple of groups on here that I'm not really, fans of because it wasn't my generation. So I can't.
Exactly.
That's like the whole Wilt
top
Chamberlain, when you mention Larry Bird and you're like, these are the top, you're like, no, they're not my top. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't really relate. We didn't really like see them so much. So I feel like there's names on this list like that. And even in the top 10 where I was like, okay, yeah, it makes sense, but I don't know. They wouldn't be in my top 10.
Let me ask you a question, because I'm looking at this list, right? So they have 44, right? I see somebody that's behind them that I feel should be in front of them. DeBarge, can you name me a DeBarge song? The DeBarges. Can you sing right now? Which
All
one?
This Love.
Okay.
Like It.
Okay. Was it big?
Oh yeah.
Yo, when I hit DeBarges is
I've been thinking about you for quite a while.
Yeah, I feel you. That's not bigger than a single DeBarge song from In the Rhythm of the Night.
It's just as big.
From
and
the
All
Last
This
Dragon.
Love is their biggest hit. All This Love is their biggest song.
The Whispers?
Yeah.
The Whispers is under them to me? The Whispers?
Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy, yeah. That's crazy.
Not the Whispers.
That's crazy.
The DeBarges?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I'll give you that. That's crazy.
I mean, they got Guy before them.
I don't think Guy should be on our list.
But
I don't think Guy should be on our list.
I think the
Whispers. Hold on. Y'all both said two different things. Kev just said Guy shouldn't be on that list, and you're saying they belong ahead of the DeBarge?
I don't know.
The Whispers do belong higher than DeBarge by far. Like longevity, songs, all that. I'm glad you said God, because I was thinking about what groups that I don't think belong on there. God don't belong on there. They don't belong on that list.
Okay. Wait. So let's talk about this, Kev. Because I just brought up in the conversation that we had that it's also about a movement, right? Teddy Riley is God. Okay?
Yeah.
Riley had that New Jack Swing, right?
Right. Yeah.
As a group.
Right.
It was something like a kind of Imagine to where these dudes can actually sing. He was a producer and he played instruments, every single one of them. But you had one dude that was one of the lead singers that influenced a whole lot of other people in terms of lead singing. So when it comes down to Guy also paved the way for that New Jack Swing group kind of situation with a certain sound. And when I look at this list, and you think about Guy for a second, yeah, I feel like some of these dudes can move up a little ahead of him, but I think they should be on the list because they actually had songs. They had those songs, and they had that voice.
Guy and SWV are ahead of Jodeci.
Yes, they are. They are.
Never in my book.
Not in my book either.
Not in my book either.
That's what I'm trying to get.
You said cultural influence, like everybody. So it was Boyz II Men and it was Jodeci. It was the good guys and it was the bad guys. Everybody and their mother wanted to be the bad guys. Everybody.
Right.
To have Guy and SWV,
they belong on that list, though, Kev. They belong on that list.
Listen, so you brought Teddy Riley, and I see your point about the whole.
Just him alone. Just him alone. Just him alone.
Even that, that's just one criteria of the full picture, like you said. I'll take Blackstreet over I take Guy. I'm saying on the list. You know what I'm saying?
Blackstreet are they on the list? I don't think they're on the list.
No, they're not on the list. I was gonna say this to Kev. They're not on the list. But you gotta understand, like I just told you, Kev, it was a cultural wave at that time. Left. Listen what I'm saying. Any of those movies we remember, like I call myself G Money sometime. You know what I mean? But we got Nino Brown, G Money from New Jack City, the movie. Right. That whole cultural wave of that New Jack sound came from Teddy Riley and Guy. He was in Guy at that time. So a lot of those songs you've seen on those movies, those soundtracks, and on the Billboard charts itself was Guy.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Even though Teddy Riley did start New Jack Swing, for that era, who do you think was a bigger impactful group for that New Jack Swing sound? Was it Guy or was it Velvet Devow?
Guy.
Impactful? Yeah. Nah, man. Nah. They don't got a Poison.
Velvet Devow had one song.
No, they didn't.
It was just that one song.
What song got?
They had Poison and what else?
What other one? Again? When You Smile Again?
No. Smile Again was a nice song. It was a great song. But we talking about Poison was their biggest one in that movement.
Once you go past
for the New Jack Swing,
Guy has songs on soundtracks. Guy came from New York, so it also rooted. Guy is from my projects. Teddy's from St. Nick.
Yeah, all right, so that makes now it's making sense. Now it's making sense. You now it's making sense because Guy from your projects.
Listen, I'm from St. Nick. That's what Guy started at.
That's what it is. It's
Yo,
God
bless. Hey, listen, God bless Brandon.
That's his second cousin. Aaron Hall's second cousin. So
I think they're listening to each other now.
So you feel it? You feel the need as a point.
Hey, but it's still facts and truth though.
Teddy Riley was at his mom's house eating chicken. They grew up together, playing at the park.
Yeah, it's all good.
At the block together. They know his uncles. They know.
I know the cousins. I know the cousins and everybody.
His cousins, we still cool.
Yeah, let me say this to y'all. Like, do you think SWV deserves to be in the top 20?
Yes.
They above Jodeci? Above Jodeci?
Yeah, they're the next one above Guy.
They above Guy and they're above Jodeci.
Yes.
And they're above Jodeci. I don't agree that they should be above Jodeci.
Tell me why. Tell me why, Left. Tell me why.
Because SWV, thank God for Coco. Like, Coco could sing her ass off. She deserves all the accolades, and her impact is going to be imprinted in R&B like forever. Like,
and gospel.
Like yes. So I got that. But like, I feel like they got their I Get So Weak and Rain to me are their biggest song. Jodeci got fucking like hit upon hit upon hit and had so much more cultural impact to me than SWV. Like they
more than their album sales too. More than their album sales. I feel like Jodeci was one of those groups. No, I didn't look it up. Producer's gonna look it up. But I feel like Jodeci's one of those groups where they necessarily didn't like sell mad albums, but everybody knew about them. Everybody knew about Jodeci. Everybody was trying to be Jodeci. All groups, all R&B groups were trying to like do some form of variation of Jodeci Boyz II Men. Like that was kind of like the template.
That's
all right. But let me tell you something though. Now we talk about 90s R&B, right? Name a better 90s R&B group than SWV.
Jodeci.
No, female group.
Female. No, I mean, so we're
That's
gonna
my
make
point.
it
Like Xscape's not even on the list. How about that? Xscape's not even on the list.
I
You
was
you
gonna
could
say
argue
Xscape, but
you could argue
I don't
in
even think they're
Vogue.
better.
You could
Yeah.
argue in Vogue, but record for record, SWV blow them out the water, and culturally too. Coco with the nails coming from the Bronx, you know their whole style. They was on the Up Above the Rim soundtrack. They was on the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack. You know, you got Anything. You got the Human Nature remix with it. They were the first one to have Wu-Tang on their songs. Come on, man. SWV, Rain, Use Your Heart. You bugging out, Lefty. SWV deserve to be on that list. They are arguably...
yes,
No,
yes,
no,
yes.
I'm not saying that they don't deserve. I'm just saying why they ranked higher than Jodeci.
All right,
Why
let me add on to what Kev said. Let's just keep it real, like what he just said. And we know when it comes to that mainstream stuff, anything that's on a movie soundtrack, anything that you collab with somebody that's even hotter, takes you even higher, right? Well, let's go to Billboard. Billboard facts. How many smashes did Jodeci have on the top 100? And what did they peak at compared to SWV? SWV.
That's why I said the numbers wise is not going to reflect it.
Yeah, but culture wise, still, we talking about 3 girls that started. It was actually 4, but 3 girls that started in an apartment building, and I knew the lady that did their first 2 singles.
Yo, who the fuck you don't know, man?
I didn't have yo, listen, hun.
If you from New York, wanna know you.
You gotta know.
Yeah.
So they started with this lady in an apartment. They first 2 songs and everything.
One gonna be like, yo, hold on. One gonna be like, hold on, let me go to the door. Bad Bunny's at the door. Give me 1 second.
You know what I mean? But we talking about Week, bro. We talking about Week. Week was number 1. Jodeci never had a number 1 on the Billboard charts. Never.
Oh, okay.
The highest they peaked was at 4. We talking about another remix that SWV had. Number 2. We had another one at 6 and another one at 5. Jodeci only did 4. They did 11. They did 15. That's it.
So you're saying I'm speaking from a place of personal bias because I personally love Jodeci more.
Hands down.
I'm not going data for data.
See, but I think it's also because we're male, right? They were female. Now, if we had a female person in here that sung and was in R&B groups, that would be their Jodeci. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Good point.
I mean, I would love to know that for sure. I would love to ask any of you female singers out there. Let us know in the comments. Like was SWV like your Jodeci? Were they that group that made you say, I want to do that vocal riff, I want to do that harmony? Like, did they influence you in that level? Let us know in the comments.
Kev, they was hip hop, Kev.
I'll throw shade in there.
Listen, I remember
everything.
My aunt, listen, because I'm from the Bronx. My aunt had Week on a cassette tape on repeat, bro. You understand what I'm trying to say? The dedication SWV had on people. He had recorded Week on a whole cassette tape on the A side, bro, and played it all day long. Just that one song, Week. SWV and TLC is arguably the most influential groups of the 90s when it comes to females.
That's a fact.
In Vogue, I could argue with you, Lefty, that In Vogue may not be on the list, but you probably want to build some diversity and put some women on there. You know what I'm saying?
They on this list. They on this list for sure. And Vogue is, yeah.
No, they could be, but I could argue why they shouldn't be either, because there's so many other. I feel like, for example, I might put Xscape over In Vogue, impactfully, culturally.
I would never do that. Watch your mouth.
I would. I mean, now listen, vocally, In Vogue would handle all of them, and In Vogue did have a moment, but so did Xscape. You know what I mean? Like, you can't deny Xscape. You can't deny what Xscape did for the South as an R&B group.
All right, see, thank you. I'm glad you said that. Say that, because there's certain people that stay within like the Temptations, right? Everybody's seen
Right.
the movie. Everybody said they wanted to stay in this lane and didn't want to go here, right? Well, we singing for this culture. We singing for the black culture. But he's like, yo, listen, hold on. Let me take y'all here so y'all be even this, right? With Xscape didn't do that like ENVOGUE did. ENVOGUE did songs with rock artists, other white artists that was more mainstream and in more people worldwide eyes. ENVOGUE did stuff like that. They were more so like they was our vibe in the South. They was our vibe in our culture. ENVOGUE was able to take it another step further that Xscape couldn't do.
Yeah, but that's my whole point. And Vogue don't have a home. You could talk all that, but it's like right now we compare Xscape and SWV. We never put in Vogue in the conversation with the females. They go on tour together because people think of SWV, they think of Xscape because culturally, especially when it's like hip hop, they were the group. I don't think ENVOGUE ever really had a home like that. They're a great group and they did some great things. But when you talk about R&B group impactfully, nah, I think ENVOGUE is better.
Yo, let me add something real quick too. Let me point out how much of a bubble we as fans of music are in. Let's talk about a couple of the people that didn't make it. Jagged Edge, Blackstreet, Xscape, Dru Hill, 112, Atlantic Star. Like, think about that for a second. How many episodes?
H-Town not on there.
H-Town. How many episodes have we had where we talked
is
about?
not on the list is blasphemy, bro. Mint Condition blew me. That's the only group that I feel like is Stokely, bro. I don't got Mint Condition on that list. Pretty Brown Eyes, bro. Come on, man.
Mint Condition don't belong on that list. Sorry.
What?
Ain't in no top 50.
What?
Ain't in no top 50. Top 50?
What?
50?
I would take Mint Condition over Guy. I would take Mint Condition over Guy. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Flip.
Because you're adding Teddy Riley's stuff with that. When you do that, that makes it okay. I see why. But if you say them just as a group, I'm taking Mint Condition over Teddy, over Guy.
Yeah. We talking about Aaron Hall.
Yeah,
we talking about Stokely, bro.
So put Aaron Hall in a battle against Stokely. I would like to see that versus Aaron Hall and Stokely.
He's gonna win on stage. Aaron Hall has stage presence. He's gonna put on a show,
bro.
Aaron Hall was digging down all your favorite. Talking about, man. Everybody, Aaron Hall was the Bobby Brown before was Bobby Brown.
They go that Harlem shit. They go that Harlem shit coming out. Your mama.
Let me do this real quick.
Uh-oh.
What you talking about, man?
What
you talking about? Are you kidding? Yo, Kev, I'm sorry. Stokely is nice. Once again, you coming from a fan aspect.
Like a singer's
nah, bro.
We talking about a whole vibe. These dudes, Lefty, these dudes dressed a certain way where you wanted to dress like them. They would dance in a certain way. They looked a certain way. They had a vibe the way they looked, period. And their music was the new Jack swing. If you separate it to go to a solo artist, if you solo artist Stokely and you solo artist Aaron, who's making more money? Who's more marketable? Who has a sound? Stokely ain't have no sound.
It's a good argument. Whoa. You had me at the look and selling him. Yeah, he's more marketable, maybe.
Sound?
But the sound, you just lost your mind.
No. What was his sound? No. When you heard Stokely, other than Pretty Brown Eyes.
Yo, listen. Aaron couldn't keep his sound. Cows robbed him. So let's go there.
Okay,
let's go there. Aaron couldn't even keep his own sound, my man.
Hey, left, Cap. That's a great point, Flip.
That's a good point.
Sound? Who took Stokely's sound?
Nobody.
No.
It's hard to mimic. It's hard to mimic Stokely's sound.
Listen.
Nobody can take Stokely's sound.
Stokely was on R&B money with Tank, and Tank was giving him his flowers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we give one of those singers.
You was the singer that I was listening to. Like, yo, who is that? You know what I'm saying? If you put a list, bro. Let me tell you something. If you put a list of him, Wanye, I did it. Him, Wanye. Cisco, all of them. Stokely's coming out on top, bro. You can't even put Aaron Hall on that list.
On top,
yeah, vocally.
Aaron Hall's not even making the
All
list.
right, cool.
Aaron
Hey,
Hall's not
Lefty,
making the list.
Hey, Lefty. Hey, Lefty. This gonna take us into another one, right? Let's do this. Who's a better vocalist? And I want you to bring it up later, Joe or R. Kelly. Okay? Because that's what it takes it to.
Joe.
Yeah, but right. So vocally, Stokely could be better than Aaron vocally. Right?
So all right, so let's take it back. When you said sound, when you said sound, that's what we thought you were talking about.
Talking about sound. We talking about the culture. Reason why Guy is at 21 on the Billboard chart, and Stokely and Mint Condition is not even in the top 100.
Bro, what song is more
It's
mimic?
hard to make the argument
Pretty
when they're not
Brown
on the
Eyes
list.
or Let's Chill?
Come on, Flip.
What's the more iconic song in our culture? Pretty Brown Eyes or Let's Chill?
Let's Chill. You tripping?
You are bugging, bro. No one ever went to open mic. No one ever went to open mic and said, "Let me sing Let's Chill." It's always Pretty Brown Eyes, bro. You bugging, bro.
I'm glad you. You can say Let's Chill, but it's other songs I could put with Pretty Brown Eyes.
I thought this so I could think of a guy. What other song they got?
Listen. The producer can't look at me right now.
Top of the dome. I know the dome with Mint Condition. We got Pretty Brown Eye. We got You Send Me Swinging.
Yo, listen.
I need the ref to in the jacket call a draw.
Hold on, no.
It ain't no draw because they not even on the list.
Hold on.
Hold on, let me do this one more time.
Yo.
They're not on the list. I can't argue with that.
Even on the list,
That's why I prefaced this with saying we're in our bubble.
Yeah,
we talk about 112, Jagged Edge, Drew Hill.
112 is also. That's crazy. 112. 112.
They're not on the list.
Let me hear this. Because I'm gonna let Lefty answer this one. Because he's a 112 guru, right?
No, I
feel like 112 should be on the top 50
R&B groups.
If you got a guy on there, yes.
No, wait. So we're talking about things from different bubbles, right? We're talking about it from our own personal bubbles as singers. We're talking about it from like vocal skill, technicalities. That's why we're bringing in Stokely. But the Billboard list is doing something different.
Billboard list is something different.
And the cultural impact that Guy had is the reason why they're on the list. It even says it in there.
It's the sales too.
I'll say this too. Because we're thinking about cultural impact. We can argue this all the time, but the king of R&B is R. Kells. Who does R. Kells sound like? Who was he influenced by? Who did he take his sound from?
Charlie Wilson. How about that?
Oh, you a motherfucker for that one.
Come on.
I see what you did there, Lefty. I see what you did there. And you picked a side. You're supposed to be the ref. God damn
it. Cause y'all know I'm when it comes to singing, I'm technicality. I'm riffing and like your vocal skill, your range. I'm all there.
So check this out. So
vocal for vocal, Stokely is there, but the impact of Guy, that's why they're in there.
Kev brought a good point. R. Kelly's influence is more than Aaron Hall. Definitely more than Aaron Hall. R. Kelly's influence is more than Aaron Hall.
I agree. I never disagreed to that. But when we talking about, we talking stats, facts in our face, right? We talking about Guy that is on a Billboard lineup. You know what I'm saying? We talking about not just the influence. We're talking about record sales and how long it was playing on the radio in your ear to make it circulate as much. Like, you got to think about Guy was always played at weddings. We know how wedding songs go. Wedding songs is the ones that take you over the top. Birthday songs is the ones that take you over the top. Guy had those. They had a lot of those songs.
Yo, Jagged had them too, and they're not on there.
Now, Lefty, I didn't hear what you said about, I wanted to come back to it. I didn't hear what you said about not Aaron Hall, R. Kelly and something else. I forgot what you just said.
No, the R. Kelly was influenced by by the Aaron Halls and guys and
Charlie
that New
Wilson
Jack
is what Kev said, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
That he was
Wilson,
also an influence for,
but his influence for R. Kelly
Lenny
was
Williams too.
No, yeah, but the Isley Brothers for R. Kelly was an influence.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So even though he jacked this kid's style, is a style that was jacked because it was fire. It wasn't a Stokely. It was a Aaron Hall. Sorry, Stokely. Bald head.
Petty motherfucker.
Bald head. Smooth clothing. Got the glasses
a cultural
on,
impact.
Bald head sometime. Got the raspy voice. Got the sex songs other than with Pretty Ricky has sex songs. B2K didn't have it. Can you, other than Pretty Brown Eyes, any sexy songs that you can compare to this guy's songs?
And listen, you put Guy in the Verzuz with 112, mint condition, they getting washed, bro. They don't have the records. They don't have the records, bro. They'll get washed by Drew Hill. They don't got the records. I just named 3 groups that's not in the top. They don't got the records, bro. Yo, bro, after Let's Chill and I Like It, the crowd's going quiet, bro.
I'm R&B. You about 43, right?
Yeah, bro.
You about 43?
What's your point? What's up?
Let's go get another head that's about 63. Because you can only speak like that from your age, right? You wasn't in that era. You was in the era of the Drew Hills and the Jodeci's and all that. These are people we talking about that was back in those days. You can't say that because a lot of people these days, like all y'all experience it, right? You can't turn on the radio and listen to some shit that you like. Really, you can't.
God, they came out, what, 1989, 1990?
You tend to go back to the old music. A lot of these people that was
89, 90?
Rather hear old Motown shit than hear the Jodeci shit that we listen to.
Yo, Google, what year ago God came out? 90, right?
Who?
Guy.
90.
Yeah, the 90s. Yeah, 90s, yes. 93.
Mint Condition came out like 91, 92.
Okay. Same era.
They came out the same class. And
yeah,
they got a longer range.
That's why they're not even on the list because Guy smacked them.
Bro,
they're nobody's to
listen, you could arguably say that Mint Condition had that's not even an argument, not a comparison. They had a stronger 10-year run. Guy had 2 years tops. Mint Condition
Guy came out at 88.
But they did more in those 2 years.
Exceed the 10 years, that's bad. That means you ain't do enough. If my
no, that's true.
Smack your 10 years.
No, because no, think about it, because they had a moment in 91 when they had Pretty Brown Eyes. They had a moment in 94 where You Send Me Swinging, and they had a moment in 97, 98 with What Kind of Man You Gotta Be. They had moments in 3 separate times in the 90s. God only had one moment early in his career.
Hey, Flip, they did, but they not on the top 50.
Yeah. So we're arguing 2 different things, guys. So check it. So, Kev, you're right in the hits, the time frames, but as far as success and getting on the list, Billboard did the work for us. They did the cultural influence. They did the top billboards. They did the sales. So we don't have to argue factual, but from a fan's perspective, I'm still going with Mint Condition. From a fan's aspect, and that's what
I was on the
arguing
Billboard committee. Mint Condition should be on the list right now. It's like no in the top 75. It's who's on. It's who on the panel. You know what I'm saying? Someone on the panel didn't do their homework.
Since we're arguing the way we're arguing, we're gonna go in a circle too.
Top 75, top 100, please. Thank you, appreciate it. Let's see what Mint Condition falls.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Let me add something though, real quick. Not putting. Yo, listen. Not putting 112. Drew Hill, Mint Condition on that list to me is the equivalent of not putting Dwight Howard on the top 75.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
Oh man, hey, listen, my bones want me to look it up so bad. Top 100. We doing top 50.
We'll have to save that for another episode. Yeah. Yo, this was a lot of fun. I hope all of y'all out there enjoyed it. We love to have a little spats and stuff like this, but let us know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. We're gonna wrap it up right now. This is your boy Lefty. host of Channel VLR. Got my boys Flip, Kev, and my boy Dewan that joined us for the conversation. Yo,
Thank
D,
you for
thank you so
having me.
much for coming,
Appreciate it.
man. I really, really appreciate it. Let's
Thank
do
you.
this again whenever we can. And we want to take this time to thank you all for lending us your eyes and your ears and allowing us into your world. We are Channel VLR, just like you are Channel VLR. I'm going to wrap this up, and we'll catch you guys all on the next one. Later.
We are the vocal line. Can you hear me? Turn it up. Can you hear the sound? We are the vocal line. Yeah, we do it for the love and we spread it around. Oh.